Hi, everybody. It's really as bad an opener as you could ever imagine for the Browns in Baltimore, losing to the Baltimore Ravens 38-6. And for those who think that the Ravens could go to the Super Bowl, I'll tell you what, you're probably right. They look that good. But we have to be concerned about the Browns and what happened on that opening Sunday of this season. You cannot make the kind of mistakes that the Browns made and expect to win anywhere. Even at home, you just can't make the amount of mistakes that they made. You can't turn the ball over, and right away the ball got turned over on the opening drive of the game by Baker Mayfield on a deflected pass that ended up being picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Special teams was an absolute disaster. And it wasn't like the Ravens had to be great themselves on special teams. The Browns just disintegrated on special teams. A fake punt that ended up as a fumble, giving the Ravens the ball at about the Browns' 20-yard line. And then Austin Seibert, after the Browns finally get a touchdown to David Njoku, he does, unfortunately, what Austin Seibert did a lot last year. He missed the extra point. And so even if it was a tight game, remember, you always are chasing that point for the rest of the afternoon. A 41-yard field goal by Seibert right in the middle of the field. Very wide right. Not even close. And then countless numbers of penalties on special teams. Face-masking penalties galore. They just gift-wrapped the game on special teams to the Ravens. And defensively, well, there are worries there, but there were worries before kickoff because of injuries during training camp and inexperienced players now ending up playing a lot. The Browns got torched defensively. Not up front, but everywhere we worried about. At the linebacker position and in the secondary. Guys were running wide open. It's not like Lamar Jackson had to make tough throws, and he didn't have to run a lot because guys were so wide open, he would have been insane not to throw the ball to them, and he just kept throwing it to them. The tight end Mark Andrews, Willie Snead, Marquise Brown, they all made plays. And then the Ravens running game outdid the Browns running game in this one. J.K. Dobbins looks like a perfect fit, and the Browns struggled in their running game after a couple of early successful runs. Once they started to run right, it just blew up on them. They couldn't get any kind of holes open for either Nick Chubb or Kareem Hunt. If there was a bright spot, though, it was Hunt. He ran hard, he ran well, he ran fast. He can be a sensational player for the Browns. But once again, we go into this season, and the idea of having Chubb and Hunt together, it's just an idea. It doesn't come out on the field. For some reason, no matter who's calling plays, they just can't seem to come up with the right formula to make it tricky for an opposing defense to defend against Chubb and Hunt on the field at the same time. And once again, the Browns fell into the bad habit of becoming obsessed with getting the ball to Odell Beckham Jr. Jarvis Landry had a great game, but then all of a sudden, for some reason, Baker Mayfield didn't look his way. We became possessed with that idea of, well, if we don't get the ball to Beckham, he's going to be upset. So from halftime on, they tried to get the ball to Beckham, and Odell Beckham Jr. had a very frustrating day, a huge drop, and then a big face-masking penalty himself on a ball that he caught that ended up costing the Browns 15 yards the other way. Wow. And then let's add to the fact that the Browns got injured in this game too. For Kevin Stefanski and his coaching staff, there's not a lot of the time to get ready for the next test, which is Thursday night against the Cincinnati Bengals. There are injuries, there are problems on defense, and the offense and the young quarterback Baker Mayfield, starting anew in his third season, still remains stuck in mud, whether it's Freddie Kitchens calling the plays or Kevin Stefanski calling the plays. So it's got to get better on Thursday night. It can't get much worse. Final score again, the Ravens win it over the Browns 38-6. For WKYC.com, I'm Jim Donovan.